That twin.
The twin, yeah. That's what we're talking about. The twin.
That twin.
It was like fucking Tattoo from Fantasy Island. The plane. The plane. You know, okay, you know I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, The Twin, as she said. This is on Shudder. We
I made us watch this.
Did you?
Yeah, because you were like, let's watch the trailer. And then you're like, okay. And I was like, let's watch it. Let's watch it right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I was down to watch something different for sure, something new. I wanted, we've been watching Walking Dead. We've been rewatching and reading all the comics, and I've been reading the novels and all that stuff. So if you guys are wondering where we've been in the Walking Dead universe almost exclusively.
Yeah,
We've been doing a lot of Walking Dead lately. And Twin Peaks, and Doom Patrol, and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, but yeah, I was like, oh fuck it, let's throw something on new. I want to check it out, and Shudder's always a good place to go to try to, because they release a new one like every week. I think on Thursday every week, and this one came out maybe 2 weeks ago. I want to say week or so, and. This is about a family who has a tragedy. They lose a child, which is in the literal first 3 seconds of the movie. It was so fast. I was like, oh, we're just getting right to it.
Yeah, like the kid's dead already.
Kid's dead. So, and I have twins, as I'm sure a lot of you know, and my twins are Oliver and Elliot, and my brother's name is Nathan, and the twins' names in this movie were Elliot and Nathan. And I was like, whoa, this immediately connected me a little too close to home. And the main girl, I forget her name.
I don't remember her name.
But she's in Lights Out, and she's in I Am Number 4, isn't that what it is?
I Am 4?
I Am 4, something like that. I've never seen that movie.
I haven't seen it.
But she's a real beautiful girl. But in this movie, they really make her under to make her look like older and a grieving mother, and they do a very good job. She does not look like she does in Warm Bodies or any, because she's kind of the sex symbol of the movies that I've watched her in the past. And in this one, she just looks like some depressed house mom. House mom?
House mom.
Housewife is what I was going to say. A mom who's a housewife. I don't know. House mom.
Versus the work mom.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. So anyway, they lose the kid, and so they decide to move to a new house. How many times does this happen?
Always.
This is the setting, right? Because in we all know anytime you've ever moved, unfamiliar places, it's creepy and awkward.
Transitions,
yeah. Because you just I mean, when you guys move and you're in the place for the first night, it's always like.
You don't know the sounds. You don't know the smells.
You don't know what to expect.
I slept in the closet our first night here.
Sure did. She sure did.
I woke up
and I thought she left me. 100%. That was terrible.
Closet.
I was like, okay, I guess she got freaked out. This one was moving too fast for her, and she left. I genuinely thought she left me for a minute, and I was freaking out. And then, I think I opened up the closet to put my shoes on to go sit. There was a body in there.
It was me.
And it just so happened to be the woman I'm engaged to. I was like, oh.
Our cat was meowing a lot, and because we didn't have any furniture, it was really echoey. So anyway. But yes, new houses are unsettling.
Yeah, sure. And especially with bodies in the closet when you open them, and a missing fiance. Well, yeah. So. They're in this new place. Where the fuck they are, I don't even know.
We thought that they were in Wales or something because
I said Welsh.
Yeah,
that's all I said, and I based that on
they
zero.
They start off in New York or somewhere in America.
We don't know.
And then they move to
they move somewhere in the countryside that feels foreign.
It's isolated and foreign.
And they think there's a cult going on, and it gets into culty stuff. It kind of feels like Midsommar a little bit.
It felt like they were heavily trying to follow in the footsteps of Midsommar.
Now the film is nowhere near as good as Midsommar. I absolutely love the movie. That said, I did really like this movie, and I think that it's getting shit on pretty heavily. It has like a 5.1 or something on IMDb, and I've seen most of the people talk about it. Now, I'm not going to argue against the people who will say, which I didn't really look into what people are saying, but I can only imagine that the complaints would be is that this film is derivative, right? Like that this film is tropey, and you have seen a lot of this stuff many, many times. I'm not going to disagree. That said, I really like the atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere is wonderful.
And I did like the story and the twists, albeit predictable to a degree. I didn't fully guess what was happening. I kind of guessed it, but then you are kind of just back and forth on like, I wonder where this is going to go. Even if I'm right, I still don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I think the performances are good. Mm-hmm. The kid is a kid. He's get what you get with from kids. You know, there's only so many Elijah Woods or something out there that are like these incredible talented actors or actresses, like a Dakota Fanning or something, when they're like really little and they're like amazing. Or even the kid who plays Carl Grimes in Walking Dead is amazing. He's like, I don't know, 10 in that show. So yeah, you don't get great kid actors very often. Not many in a generation. This kid, to me, he reminded me, I told you this, of Boba Fett.
Yes.
In Attack of the Clones. He looks like him and he acts kind of like him too.
Yeah.
His acting is a little off. We'll say that. I wasn't huge on him.
He doesn't have a lot of lines.
He doesn't. And thank God. I'm sure that was like a decision on set, like, you know how you had lines? You have a lot less.
Yeah. I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. I will say that I like the twist, but I did feel a bit like I got spoon-fed the entire thing at the very end.
Sure.
And that I was not super happy. Like, I'm fine with what it was.
Yeah, you're too heavy on exposition.
I would have, and with movies like this, I would have liked it to be more, not even just ambiguous, but like, I wanted to question more at the end, and I feel like I got all the answers.
Like ambiguous?
So I guess I did just want it to be more ambiguous. But I don't know, like, not like fully ambiguous. Like, whatever the in-between between ambiguous and like solid, or whatever the opposite of ambiguous is, explained.
Like gel.
Halfway.
Gelatin.
Yeah, like not liquid, not solid, like Jello. But I mean, like you said, the atmosphere was really cool. There was a bunch of cool shots. There was one shot that I think we talked about that was in the trailer that wasn't in the film.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but it was one of those shots that I was like, oh, I'm excited for it.
It was a double take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that my liking of this film is elevated because of a biased attachment to it being about twins, the loss of a child, trying to still cope and be a parent after the loss of a child. One thing I will say on this film, though, is I could have used a little of a relationship building between mom and son, because I think as the audience we're expected to know that a mother loves her son and that we're just supposed to accept that. And so from there, their relationship can be however it wants to be. And we know at one point they were probably good. I'm not that way. Like, I need to see the relationship because some people are shitty with their kids and I don't like them together. I've definitely been to the park where with my kids and I meet other mothers and or parents and the kids are there and like they hang out and I hang out with them and I'm just like, I'm not finding anything like loving between you two. It feels very disconnected. Now that's just like a quick biased judgment or something.
I mean, there's
in the moment.
Plenty of people who probably don't actually like their kids, right?
100%. So. I'm one of
them. Liar. You're the like number one fan.
That's it. I like the movie. I think there's good performances. I think there's good atmosphere. I think that it's tropey. I think that it's heavy on exposition. That didn't bother me as much as it seemed to have bothered you. so I get that, but I don't know. I think it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
But if you're not into the kind of little bit slower paced, atmospheric build, family drama that you've seen before, then no, it's not for you. But if you are into those kinds of movies and you're like, I don't mind if it's a little tropey as long as it's eerie at times and keeps you guessing a little bit, and then I think it's worth a watch. It's nothing amazing, but I did like it quite a bit. In fact, I think I probably rated it too high talking about it because I was pretty into it while I was watching it. I was kind of like, I actually really like this. And I do think this is one of those, it's kind of the opposite of the sadness, right, that we just talked about, where that was being praised so to high heaven that like my expectations are too high. And so I leave it kind of disappointed, even though I liked it. But my liking is somewhat downgraded because of how much I thought I was going to like it. Mm-hmm. But with a film like this, mostly everything I've seen about it is negative. So when I go into it and I like it, I feel like I like it more than I did. Because I was expecting to hate it.
Right.
I was expecting to want to shut it off after 20 minutes. And when I'm actually engaged, I'm like, oh, wow, this is actually pretty good. And I think it makes me like, oh, wow, this is much better. And then it's like, you take a minute and you're like, okay, it's not that good, but I liked it.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand.
So, but yeah, if you're into this kind of movie, you can give it a chance. You can give it a watch.
A little shot.
Nothing groundbreaking.
No.
Nothing really new to offer, but a good performance by the lead lady whose name escapes me, as I said, and good atmosphere. And this is from the director of what did I say it was? Like we saw it was like Lake Bodom, aka Lake Boredom. Yeah, I remember saying that movie and just being bored out of my mind. So when I saw that director, I was like, ugh. But I think this is a much better effort.
It was paced really well too, which is one thing we were talking about.
It goes long. Although it is like an hour and 49 minutes or 8 minutes. It's a little longer. Yeah.
But it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
So.
But anyways, if you watch it, let us know. Bye.